I love this team because we can find it when we need it. Sometimes it's our Achilles heel because we can find it when we need it. We're too casual in a lot of we're too casual in a lot of opportunities. So that's unfortunate. A couple times in possessions down the stretch, especially in transition, we were kind of nostalgic. We just kind of, oh, we scored, let's chill back, and we've got to get up and keep the pressure defensively. Do not like when we're giving up 20-point games for individuals when, we're better. We're better than that. And then every night, I want our kids to be able to showcase their dominance and their ability to score. When that doesn't happen, I'm a tad bit frustrated just because of these kids work so hard and they go so hard at what they do. I want that to be displayed on a consistent night because it's nothing the way, especially these two can score. It's not a ton of defense that can stop it if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. So we still got to figure out how to get them going even more because we just talked about how we actually missed some 20-point games that they could have had here, but we're still glad that they could finish when it's needed and they can hit the car second or fourth quarter. After kind of getting them going, was very, very fun to watch. Ecstatic, and I think we played pretty great defense. We knew we were kind of missing a little bit of juice without our point guard in tonight, so we knew we had to kind of figure it out and find it. We called on them to be bigger defensive players because she contributes so much on the defensive end. So that was a big for us, and that was different for them as a feel. You know, we didn't know what we were going to look like without Aaliyah. We hadn't stood up on that matchup for so long, and you can tell how much she affects because they could take a play or two off because she's coming. Not having a third, engine charge really hurt us. But we came in and we had really big minutes from Jada starting. I had really big minutes from Deja coming in, and a lot of big minutes from Macy as well. Just really important, going 2 for 3 coming off the bench. You know, in 8 minutes is ecstatic. She's really a kid who can just do what we need when we call on her, so that was important. But everybody contributed, and it was a team win tonight, and we're excited about that. We got close to some of our goals. Turnovers are still a little too high, but we're no longer in the 20s, so that's always a good thing. Thought we did a better job of keeping them off the free throw line, which is always exciting. But I think both ways with the zone play, we stayed off the free throw line pretty easy. A lot too. So we only took 16 attempts, but we shot the ball and we hit shots when we needed. So I was proud of that effort overall. Just the ability for them going into postseason, knowing their ability to score and letting that be consistent is something that's important for the pulse of this team.
Questions? Coach, how great is it to get a win coming off 2 losses? I know it may not be pretty, it's not how y'all wanted to win, but just to pull a win like that out, it's something good for the team.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely good because that team is coming every night. I mean, if you look at it, they're very similar to our first year where the record may seem like a loss, but they're within 3 to 7 points on the average. Okay, every night. So they're right there with every team in the SWAC. They just hadn't had the experience like some of these other people of finishing the game off. So that team is a team that's coming and very equal and compatible to a lot of the strength that the rest of the SWAC is at. And so we wanted to be in a space where we looked like we were growing, and having a piece taken from us that was a vital part of what we do and still being able to thrive was something that was very essential in showcasing. I mean, we moved her around. People didn't notice, but she was at the 2 tonight instead of the 4. You know, we moved her to the 4 at points in the night. Like, we moved them around and we just kind of got different looks, and they succeeded. And then it's new. You know, this is our first time kind of trying that and seeing that. And you could see it was some little uneasiness going out, but they end up thriving. So that was always it's really cool as a coach to see where they can learn that they can expand their capacity. And they don't have to be stuck in one thing because they're ball players. They're not a position. They're not a 2 or a 3. It's a ball player. This is a ball player. Where do you want them to be? They can be anywhere. They're a ball player. Put them on the court. They're going to generate opportunities. So.
At one point, I was looking at the board. You all wasn't shooting a high-ass percentage as them, which I think y'all was still up by 11 points. So for the two players up there, what are you gonna do when your shot wasn't falling early and it got going late? So what were some of the things going through y'all mind when the shots wasn't falling in?
Trying to get the ball into the bigs and finish inside instead of if your shot's not falling, then maybe we need to try to draw fouls, get to the free throw line, and generate points in the paint?
Pass the ball around to our teammates and stuff because we trust them, and then like just do stuff on the defensive end. Like if we're not having a good night, we can always like pass the ball to the hot hand, or we can like play defense, get steals, rebounds, stuff like that because we need it.
Do you kind of find it disrespectful when a team goes on when you can shoot as well as you do?
I mean, nobody can guard us, so they can play zone on us. We're just gonna shoot. They can man us. We're just gonna drive. We just adjust to what they do.
And with that being said, you guys adjusting obviously on defense and on your all's offense with, you know, Aaliyah and kind of her being out. What do you think was